So I had this new idea because I'm feeling so positive, and I thought this is a good idea. I'll post it on the AA Recovery page, Facebook, see what they think. They didn't like the idea at all. So I deleted it, but my brain won't stop repeating it because my brain is like fighting it. I'm like defending my idea. I'm like, but wait. And I don't want to defend it, I guess, with that community. So I'm just going to say what I want to say here, where nobody can, I mean, you can comment. you can disagree with me in the comments below. I expect it at this point. But I just want to say the whole thing. So your brain, if you drink and you're around people who drink, it makes you want to drink. If you see a drink on TV, it makes you want to drink. If there's alcohol in your house, you're going to drink it. Like the urge is too strong in a lot of cases. And some people have overcome that. But I want to overcome that urge. I want to be able to walk into a bar and sit at the bar and not even think about alcohol. Like that wouldn't even enter my brain. And the first way I can think of to do that is to go under hypnosis. And hypnosis is a way of reprogramming your brain. Instead of making a left, now forever and ever, you make a right. You can have somebody get into the deep part of your brain and rewire your subconscious. But I was trying to think of something that was not hypnosis, which is rewiring your brain. So to rewire your brain, you have to put yourself in situations and react differently. It's like anger management. What do they do in anger management? They piss you off on purpose and then see how you deal with your anger. They push every button on you. They want to try to make you mad to prove that you don't have to get mad. You can just deal with this without getting angry. They try their hardest. So sit at a bar. This is where everybody's like, oh, I'm drinking. You getting a drink? What would you like to drink? I'll take a Sprite. Okay. Sprite, no big deal. Nobody's going to question you or arm wrestle you and be like, oh, come on, get the vodka. No, you could just walk in and say, oh, I'll have a water. Set your timer. Set a timer on your phone for 10 minutes. That's enough time to finish your drink and give the bartender a tip or pay for the check or whatever. I'm going to go to a bar and do something different. I'm going to show my brain that I can do this. I can go there and I can think differently. And I'm going to do this every day until my brain gets it. Until my brain goes, all right. When I go to a bar, I don't drink anymore. I don't do that anymore. When I go to a bar, I have a Sprite. When I go to the bar, I have, maybe it's caffeine. Maybe you need caffeine. I get a Diet Coke. I get a water. Maybe you need to be hydrated. Whatever your choice is, every day it's going to get a little bit easier. Or maybe not. Maybe there is the temptation. Then just leave. Don't sit there. But these comments were like, well, if you go to a whorehouse, you're going to hire the hooker. And I'm like, no, not everybody wants to hire a girl. I'm like, why would you even say that? Like some of these people were saying, I wonder how many people this advice is going to kill. I'm like, I'm not trying to kill anybody. Like, I'm sorry. That is not the point of me coming up with this idea. And then I started to think, well, maybe some people aren't as disciplined. Maybe they aren't as strong-minded to walk into a place that's full of alcohol. Maybe they just have to stay completely away. The only good advice was like, just do something different. Just instead of going to the bar, go to the gym. Instead of drinking all night, read a book to get tired. Like find something else to do. That's good advice. I'll take that. That person was gracious. But there was a lot of comments that wanted to attack me. And it's like, you're not attacking me. You're attacking the part of you that can't do this. You cannot do this. That's why you're on this page. That's why you're still struggling. That's why you're mad at me, because you can't walk into a bar and just order a glass of water. But if you can, if you could. Now see, I'm going to try it because I like to try things out. And I'm like, okay, The first thing I did was a little moon ceremony, and I was drinking that night. But the next day, the moon is going down in shape, you know, and it's not going down. It's, what's the word? Waning. The moon is waning, and it's time to go in, to spend time with yourself and think about things and relax for a minute while the moon is waning. You know, you take some time for yourself, and like, why not go get a glass of water somewhere? That would be really nice. That sounds like a great idea. And why not be around people? And maybe those people have, you know, drinking issues, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're just there because they're killing time, or because, you know, they don't really drink. They just order the drink and it just sits there. Or maybe they like to sit at the bar to order food because there's a cute bartender or something. You never know who you're sitting next to. Like, it's good to get out. It's good to sit next to people. It's good. Hey, partner, what you doing? Why'd you only order a water? Oh, I quit drinking. That's it. $2 for the water. I'll water's free. I'll tip you $2. I would have tipped you $3. Whatever it is that I would have tipped you to serve me a drink, I will tip you the same. Tip your waitress, because you're going to come back tomorrow and try this again. And every day you come back, and you can socialize with other alcoholics, and you can come in and they know you already. So now they're like, oh, it's that person that comes in and orders water. Yeah, let me have a water. Sure, thank you. And you become known as that, and you start wearing that. That's like the hat you wear. If people know you as that, and then you go, you know what? Let's have a vodka. They'll be like, you? Really? No, come on. You were doing so good. Like, people will support you if you do this. And every day that you would have went this way in your brain, you go this way a little bit harder. You start to create a new neural pathway. And those neural pathways are so hard. It doesn't mean you're a weak-brained person. It just means that neural pathway is going to pull you in, and you're going to get sucked in and want to drink because your neural pathway is still doing this. And I just want to tell those people, create a new neural pathway. And maybe I can say this because I listen to sound frequencies. Maybe the vibrations are helping me with this. Maybe there's enough shaking up and wavelengths and vibrating that this is going, okay, I'm calm now. How can I deal with this situation? And I'm like, oh, I got an idea. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to show you that I can go this way. I'm going to do the opposite of what I've done, because when I do the same thing, it creates that hard neural pathway. So when you're using, neuroplasticity, you can look this up. Neuroplasticity is a real thing, and you can use frequency to soften the neural pathways. So maybe it is working. You know what? I want to try it. I do. I don't know if I can do it every day for 30 days because I don't know if I have time for that. But I think every time I go out, I feel like going out. Sometimes I just want to go out. But I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to a bar because I don't want to drink. But I want to go to a bar. I want to be around music and be around people. I wouldn't mind a dance club. But I don't want to go to the dance club and get drunk and be sloppy on the dance floor. Can I just rewire my brain? Can I become a different version of me? Can I change the way I do things or the way I think? And that's hard. But you won't find out until you try. And all these people are like, don't tell an alcoholic to try. And I'm like, why not? Try. I don't know. Okay, so grab the Vibora and put it on for 20 minutes a day. I would do the solfeggio tones, and if you're not used to it, do the low note first. Do a low brain vibration until you get up to this brain vibration, because it is really intense. You don't realize how intense sound can be. You could turn the volume all the way down, but you could put this thing on the other side of the room. You're still going to hear it. Your vagus nerve is still going to be activated electrically by this buzzing. You're going to feel it, and you're going to start to notice that not only is the vibe aura making sounds around you, but you'll start to hear all the other electrical sounds in your environment. And some of them you're going to be aware aren't good for you. You'll be like, oh, the buzzing of that thing I'm using, that appliance or whatever. I didn't realize it was bothering me before. Like, it was affecting my brain every day. And then you turn the Vibora on and you're like, okay, that's a healing frequency. That's a good frequency. This is one that people studied and said, you know what, this activates a part of your brain and you're going to be okay. And I'm like, oh, I like that one better, you know, instead of other machine noises or high-pitched frequencies that you don't really notice. This will kind of like equal things out. So you're still going to hear those high-pitched noise, but you won't hear them as much because now you're here. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Listen to the Vibora, try it for 30 days, 20 minutes a day, every day. That's easy. You can just wake up and turn on the button. You could even turn on the button and go to sleep. You can do this several ways. You could leave it going in the background, or you could just sit with it for 20 minutes if you have time. If you're going to be driving, put on the high frequencies. They're going to make you alert. Don't put on the low frequencies that relax you, because then you'll crash your car. If you find that the high frequency is making you hypnotized, then turn it off, obviously. Use caution. The only other cautionary people that I've read about so far is if you are having a pacemaker. You don't want to like excite the heart too much or vibrate the heart. I don't know. It's like talk to your doctor. And I don't give medical advice. I'm only a Reiki master. I give intuitive advice and I give Buddhist advice. So take that for what it is. I want to do it. I should set an alarm. Set an alarm every day. Get my body used to it. Be like, okay, it's 8 o'clock at night. This is normally the time when I want to drink. 8 o'clock at night, I'm going out. I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to get a drink. But I'm like, oh yeah, a drink. I'm going to sit down and be like, hey, I know the bartender. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Can I have a water? Sure, here's a water. Getting anything else? No, I just wanted to stop in and say hi. Finish the water. Give her $3. Leave. Don't hang out. This is, you got to baby steps. Just in, out. I gotta go. Oh, okay, bye. Good to see you. Next day, hey, how you doing? Get used to it. Rewire the brain. Do it in a way that you can handle it. I don't know why. I honestly don't think this is a bad idea. I don't think this is bad advice. I think this is better advice than living with a problem and never rewiring your brain. To always say like, well, I can't do that because it'll trigger me. Get rid of the trigger. Change your brain. Fix it. You can fix this. You don't have to avoid things or people or situations or conversations. You can face them. You can deal with them. You're sober, right? Okay, so you've already accomplished that. Maybe you've only been sober for a couple days, you know. Maybe after 2 days of not drinking, you go to a bar, you're like, oh God, I can't do that. You can, but you have to go in with the mentality, with the decision. I'm going to change the way my brain thinks. I'm going to conquer this problem. I'm hardwired. I know, I recognize I have a problem and I like how it feels when I'm drunk. But I also recognize that drinking is not good for me. So what is good for me? Water. Water is good for me. You have to make the executive decision. You're the boss, right? I'm the boss and I say we're going to do better. We're not going to just hide or skate around things. Like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to aggressively attack this issue with the conscious mind. Otherwise, hypnosis, subconscious. But I think by not facing it, you're never correcting it. And that's why alcoholics still go to meetings and still say, I'm an alcoholic. I still have a problem. If I pick up a drink, I'll still have the same problem. Yeah, you will, because you never rewired your brain. That's just me. Like I said, I'm ready for the negative comments. Go ahead. I'm done now. Thank you. Thank you for listening. That's all. Have a good day. Bye.